I'm here with my man Adrian, a self-made multi-millionaire, and I'm gonna let him share with you guys his secret on how he actually got rich.
Yeah, appreciate you, dog. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. So
Rich, I'm aspiring to be rich.
okay, so Adrian, how long ago did you got into real estate?
Dude, I got in the game. I was young. I was 20 years old.
Okay.
2000 and actually, I said 2012 was actually end of 2011, going into 2012.
Okay, so the recession was in 2008.
2008.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, and my parents were in the game. My parents, my uncle crushed it, dude. My uncle was a big mortgage guy. Lost it all in 2000.
Damn. Okay.
So I got to see what was possible in the game, but I also saw what not to do in the game.
I see.
Right.
Good.
Yeah.
So now, how much capital did you start?
Dude, nothing. My feet and my hands. I was door knocking, cold calling. That's how I started in the game. I had no money, right? Just like most 19-year-olds, or 20-year-olds, you got no money, right? So door knocked, cold called till my eyes bled, used Mojo Dialer. I used to door knock 100 doors a day, right? Like that, you win, learn from the best. And that's how we got started.
So at the time, do you have a JOB or what?
No JOB, man. I actually had 22 jobs before I got into real estate.
22?
22 jobs. I was really good at interviewing. So I would go to all these different, I worked at Starbucks. I worked at 24 Hour Fitness. I worked at GNC.
You just you can't keep a job, bro?
No, I could keep it. The problem was I was good at getting hired. So I would get hired and I would be like, oh, I'm bored. And then I would bounce. Roll, man. And then I would bounce. Right. And then I'd be like, I'll get a job the next place.
Right.
So I remember I had 3 interviews lined up. I got all 3 jobs. I'm like, all right, well, you know what? I'll start here, go there for 2 months and then hop. Dude, I ended up working at one whole shopping center because I was just really good at interviewing.
I see. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. So Adrian, you started out as a real estate agent.
Real estate agent.
Okay. Now, how do you merge from being a real estate agent? Okay. Let's talk about your realtor first, man.
Yeah.
How long it took you to close your first deal?
Yeah, so I closed my first deal before I was an actual licensed agent. So I was an assistant to a broker who ran a brokerage.
Okay.
And on the weekends, I would go do open houses at his listings, right? Not being a licensed agent, let people walk in. While I was doing an open house one day, some guy walked in, he says, I want to buy it. So my dad had a license. When I was an agent, I called my dad. I'm like, hey, can we use your license? Got it under contract under his license. And I made $4,000, which then got me to get out. I was an assistant, as I mentioned. So that money got me to come out of being an assistant so I can be my own agent.
Right.
And then the person who replaced me is now my wife today. So it's kind of cool. I trained her and then she ended up taking over my job. And then,
damn, okay.
History wrote itself.
I see you pull some move there, bro. Okay.
Big sale, baby. Biggest sale.
Big sale every day. ABC, always be closing.
Always be closing. No matter what.
No matter what. Okay, so now, how do you merge from an agent to like an investor? Because I know a lot of agents, that's kind of the hardest thing for them.
Right. Well, so my journey is pretty interesting because I wasn't just an agent. I was an agent, became a top agent in my office. There was a lot of agents. We had like 70 agents. I was the number one by the time I was 24 years old.
Dang.
Now, at the time, I thought I knew it all, right? Because that's the problem with agents when they start making money, right?
Plus, when you're in your 20s, you just think you knew it all.
Yeah, that was unstoppable, right? So then I go and I'm in Rancho Cucamonga, which is the Inland Empire of California, suburbs. I say I want to go to Orange County because that's where I want my office to be. So in 2025, I was 25 years old. We shut down our operations in the Inland Empire and we opened a real estate brokerage in Mission Viejo in Orange County.
Dang,
and I was 25 when I opened my first brokerage.
Oh, dang.
So from 25 to 28, I grew that brokerage. We had, what did we get to? 50 agents. Dude, it was booming. We were doing great. I was managing agents. I was coaching. I was selling real estate. I was flipping houses. But I wasn't fulfilled. My wife said I was an asshole. Like I wasn't me. I lost who I was. I wasn't happy. And the reason why is because I wasn't doing what I wanted to do. Like managing is not babysitting a bunch of agents. Is not what I wanted to do.
I see.
Right. And I was making no money. I was paying all this money out for overhead to keep the brokerage alive. Right. There's some stories. We won't get into them.
Sure.
But long story short, I wasn't making any money. If anything, I was dishing out a bunch of money to keep this office alive, only for me to be unhappy.
So wait a second. So Adrian, so on the outside, you look like you had a big team.
Yeah, it looks
great. Like it looks great. But you're not making money.
You're not making money. Well, that's the problem with these big teams is they don't make any money, bro. Unless you're the one going on the listing appointments, getting the country, you're not making any money, right? So I didn't just have a team. I had a brokerage. Like I had a full-blown, a whole bunch of agents under that brokerage, teams in that brokerage, trying to keep everybody happy, right? I don't keep everybody. I don't sell ice cream. I sell real estate.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I didn't resonate with it. So 2019, Nick, my business partner now, he comes in. We start. I'm passing. We were talking about this. I'm passing on a bunch of flips. So I have agents sending me a bunch of houses. I'm passing on all these flips because all we were doing was flipping at the time, and the deals weren't matching my buy box. Right. I had no money, no contract. Same thing you were going through. Right.
Yep.
I was out of resources.
Right.
So finally, Nick goes, dude, why don't we start selling these off to wholesalers or to investors? Right. Not knowing what a wholesale was. Right. And we're like, all right, cool. Let's start doing it. So we would get a deal, wouldn't work for us. We'll get under contract, sell it to one of our buddies, right, who was a flipper. And then all of a sudden we started wholesaling. And at that time, I'm like, dude, this is making money. Right. This is not making money. Yep. This is making me unhappy. This is making me happy. Right. Let's go. So we cut it off. There's Nick right there. We teamed up in 2019. Him and I teamed up, and dude, sky's the limit.
Damn.
Yeah, no, you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
As an agent, I struggled to make $1 million, bro. I struggled as an agent. When I mean struggled, I was like beating a hammer against a rock just every day trying to make $1 million. It wasn't until we broke off of the brokers that we made $1 million. Exactly 11 months later, after we broke off and started wholesaling, we made $1 million.
Damn.
10 years to make $1 million, right? And it happened in 11 months.
Holy cow.
Not crazy.
Damn. Okay, so Adrian, my question to you is, you've been in the game for a while now, man. What is the biggest lesson that you have learned that really took your business off, man?
Yeah, my coach, Gino Bafari, told me this, and I didn't understand it until recently. So some of you may hear this and it may not resonate, and that's okay. Keep listening to this. If you chase 2 rabbits, you're bound to catch none. If you chase 2 different business models, if you're trying to be a real estate coach and sell real estate at the same time, I mean successfully, right? Right. Like really successfully. It's going to be hard. Something's going to get away, right? So if you're trying to grow a brokerage and flip houses at the same time, something's going to give, right? So the biggest thing that I've learned is focus on one business. Get that business to produce $1 million. And then you can go start any other side hustle you want to start. But first get this to make you money. If not, dude, you're going to be struggling for a long time. And that was me. I tried to do 1,000 things at one time, only to make no money.
So Adrian, so then what would you say about the people who said millionaires have 7 streams of income?
Yeah, after they became a millionaire.
So true.
They became a millionaire first, and then they got all these streams. Right. But Mark Cuban talks about this all the time. He says no side hustle. Had he had a side hustle, he wouldn't be Mark Cuban today. Right. Now he has 100 streams of income. God knows how many. Right. Same thing with you. But what's the priority? What's that one thing that's going to get you there? Right.
So now, Adrian, do you think anybody can be an entrepreneur?
No, I think that
think so.
There are some people that are just made to be employees, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, you're better and will make more money as an employee than you will as a business owner. You'll be more happier. You'll be more content. Everybody's different, right? Not everybody's built to, not sleep for a couple of days because you got hundreds and thousands of dollars in marketing. Not everybody's built for that.
Correct. I got you. Now, can anybody get good at sales though?
I think with the right proper training, yes, if they can get out of their head. So the biggest thing I saw is that really high analyticals that want to know everything about everything have a hard time selling because selling is simple, right? It's when you overcomplicate selling. So if you're able to shut off the brain and just listen, you'll make a lot of money. But can you shut off the brain? Right? I heard this the other day. Stupid enough to listen. No. Oh, shit. Stupid enough to listen, smart enough to take the action. Right? I'm stupid enough to listen, but I'm smart enough to take the action.
I love that.
And it'll work.
I love that. So now how can someone take that leap and then jump? Like, hey, they're at the J or the B, they're making the income. I mean, they don't like it, but they're making enough money that they have an okay lifestyle, but they want to get to the next level, but they've always been like, I want to do it, but then they end up not doing it. Like, how can someone get over that and actually pull the trigger to do it?
Yeah. The first thought that comes to my mind is we have to understand that okay is not thrilling, passionate. Okay is not a fun life. I don't know about you, but I don't want an okay marriage. I want a passionate marriage. I don't want an okay relationship with my kids. I want a great relationship with my kids.
Love it.
You shouldn't have an okay life. You should have an extraordinary fucking life. And in order to have an extraordinary life, you're going to have to do some really uncomfortable things, right? However, choose your hard. It's going to be hard either way. It's going to be hard if you choose not to make the decision because you're going to be broke. And it's going to be hard when you make the decision because you may be broke for a little time until you make some money, right? Either way, it's hard. Choose your hard.
Damn. So now how do you balance everything as a business owner, as a husband, your father?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I think we got to reorganize our priorities. This is just my 2 cents.
Yeah.
I have to reorganize my priorities. So work was always number one and family was number two, right? Because I believe that if I worked and I provided the income, then I take care of my family.
Dude,
right?
bro. Dude, this one, I agree with you. And the people will be like, yep, my family's first. I'll be like, dude, I got to get the money in, bro. If I want to provide for my family.
When you're on an airplane, the airplane's going down.
Shit.
And the mask comes down. Who do you put the mask on
You got
first?
to put on yourself first. That's what they say.
That's what they say. And I can't help my family unless I put the mask on. I can't help my family unless I go build a career. Unless right? Now, however, you also can't be selfish with it, right? So like for me, and I learned this through Phil Green, when I go home, dude, 6 o'clock, my phone's in a drawer. Don't call me after 6. And I have people that are pissed off, the sellers. I've been trying to call you all night. Not my problem. I'm with my son. Nothing is going to happen after 5 o'clock anyways. Escrow's closed, title's closed. What do you want me to call? Let's talk in the morning. Right? But it's being able to create that boundary. So you can't get selfish with it. Because a lot of people, and especially, really egotistical people, is they'll run with it. Because I used to run with it. When I was really, my ego was really big, I was young, I would run with it. What do you mean? I have to be on the phones. I have to do this. Your wife just wanted to go to a fucking movie. Like, just go to the movie.
Yeah. I love it, man. So now, Adrian, another question I got for you, man. And I know Pineda talks about this, and I totally disagree with him about this. But the whole work-life balance, when you started out, did you have the work-life balance?
There is none balance, bro. There's no balance. I do not believe, especially when you're first getting started, there is no balance, bro. No. You're 110 miles an hour, foot on the gas until something happens.
Correct.
There is no balance.
Yep.
When you get there, you create some balance.
Correct.
But it's the same thing with the side hustles.
Yeah.
Can you get there?
Correct.
You got to get there.
See, so the whole thing is like, I talk about Pineda because he's like, oh yeah, I'm all about the work-life balance. Dude, but when you first start out, 8 hours is for the J O to B. So you're telling me if you do the work-life balance, so what do you do after 8 hours? You're going to go home, you're going to sit and chill, then you're going to be like the rest.
Right.
But there's no such thing. Because your whole thing is you put out 8 hours. Now you got to put out another 3 to 4 hours on the weekend. What you going to do? You be like, yep, I'm going to take some time. You don't have the time, bro.
Right.
You just freaking got to do it.
Well, and Pineda talks about it when he was flipping couches.
Yeah.
He was out flipping. He was buying couches, going back and forth to the storage units.
There's no work life. Like something got to sacrifice for the price that you want.
100%.
Like you got to be willing to trade that temporary, right? Sacrifice 5 years for 50 years of greatness, man.
Most people don't get it though.
Correct.
And because of social media and the gram and dude, it's not that again, it took us 9 years to make $1 million. When I first got in the game, I thought it was going to be 2 years.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I'm in Cabo. I had my biggest year ever. I made 350 grand as an agent. Yeah. Right. Thought I was balling. Right. We're in Cabo with some title reps and they're like, what's the goal next year? And I said $1 million and they laughed at me. I'm like, why are they laughing at me? I didn't understand. I get it now.
I see.
It doesn't take 2 years.
Correct.
It takes 10 years.
Yep, correct. So that's why, Adrian, there's a saying that it takes 10 years for an overnight success.
Right.
And now I'm talking to the people who are starting from the bottom. So when I say 10 years, it's the day that you decide, you know what, I'm going to go be independent. So first you got to get the JOB. Right. That's the day I'm counting.
Yep.
I'm not counting when you already making hundreds, 1,000, $1 million. No. Like I'm counting the day when you decided to go, dude, it takes 10 freaking years to really have that overnight success like everybody said. My whole thing is, Adrian, I tell people, dude, like if you want that physique, you gotta want that body more than the burger.
Oh,
you gotta want the success more than vacation trip.
So good.
Because dude, there's gonna be a lot of temptation.
Yep.
But you'll be like, dude, this is what I want.
Yep.
I'm gonna pass on that right now.
Yep.
Like for me right now, dude, I can literally so for me, dude, it really comes down to this discipline. I can literally go out and eat whatever I want right now. But dude, I choose to eat healthy so I can cut down my body fat because I want that body, dude. I want that physique more than that freaking pho, whatever it is.
Cookie, right.
That
so
cookie.
Good. So good.
So the thing is, I think a lot of people are not, like they want to have the pie and eat it too.
Right.
You just can't.
No.
You just can't.
Not
when you're starting.
Not when you're starting off.
Correct.
Eventually, yes.
Yes.
Right. But not when you're first starting off. And you got to fall in love with the process.
Absolutely. So Adrian, when do you think that people can now start having that work-life balance?
I think everybody has their own bridge. Create what that bridge is, what that goal is. And when you get there, then you can decide. But I think it's different for everybody.
I see.
Right? Because I know mine was different.
Yeah.
Much different. Like my buddies is own a whole bunch of doors, right? To him, it's owning a bunch of doors. Me, I'm focusing on my business right now, right? I'll own the doors, right? But it's the business right now. So I think that answer is different for everybody.
I love it, man. Okay, so what is the biggest mindset, Adrian, that you have to overcome to get to where you are today?
Yeah, it's getting over your BS. Right. And what I mean by BS, and some of you may hear BS and think bullshit, right?
Yep, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it could be bullshit, right? But it's their belief systems, right? Because, dude, I'm a kid from North Montana, bro. Right? My parents were okay, right? Mid class, right? They weren't super rich, right? But where we came from was not a good background. I came from East LA, right? Not a good area. And I say this because in the Mexican culture, there's all these negative beliefs, right? Like money's not good, you can't do that. Just be happy with what you have. You have all of these like traditional beliefs inside of the Mexican culture.
Money don't grow on tree. You got to work hard.
Exactly. Right.
So that's why I tell people, dude, it's not how hard you work. It's what you do for work.
Exactly.
Because you can be out there pounding hammers, making 50K, 75K, 100K a year, or you can use that same amount of time flipping a freaking contract.
Exactly. So
it's not how hard you work, but it's what you do for work.
100%. Oh, I love that. It's not how hard you work. It's what you do for work. Because
I mean,
that's good.
Dude, I mean, so just think about
the roads being built.
Yeah. I mean, just think about the cat that the billionaire Warren Buffett.
Oh, Warren Buffett.
Guess what he does? He doesn't work hard, bro.
Yeah.
He doesn't work hard.
You're right.
Right.
You're right. He's just uses it differently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hard work is not it, dude.
Yeah, hard work is not it.
it's a part of the formula,
right,
but it's not the formula.
Correct.
Right. So spot on. And I think it's getting over those limiting beliefs.
Right.
On a traditional level, right? Like, so for instance, Hispanics, they have their traditional limiting beliefs, right? But outside of that, let's just get out of that. Let's just talk about personal limiting beliefs, right? Like I'm like 5'5" on a good day, right? Yeah. For me, it was my height. I had a limiting belief that because I was short and Mexican and had big ears, I wasn't going to succeed. This is just the shit I would tell myself. Really? And I believe everybody tells themselves something that holds them back from where they want to go. Everybody has that insecurity that holds them back.
Everybody has it.
My passion is to help everybody find that insecurity, destroy it, and create an empowering belief. Because it's the empowering belief that helps you get to where you want to go, right? I've been in all phases. I've lost $1 million and I've made $1 million, right? What's the difference? The difference is the belief level. The difference is what you're choosing to believe in.
So how can people get over the fear?
Yeah, I believe it starts up here. So it comes out to the loudspeaker. We have this thing called a mouth and 2 ears for a reason, right? We're supposed to listen more than what we talk. However, what I realized is that, and this is just out there, when you speak, your ears are also listening. When you speak to yourself, your subconscious is listening. So what are you telling yourself? Instead of telling myself that I used to be short and I was fat and I wouldn't get anywhere, I changed it to it's because of my height on why I will win. It's because I'm Hispanic and don't know any Spanish is why I'll win. Because I'm going to go to a high-end market where the other Hispanics can't go and I'm going to win. Right? I started to use every negative as a positive. Right? And when you do that, you change your belief. Right? And just like you said earlier, when I changed my thought, I changed my action. When I changed my action, I changed my result. When I changed my result, I reinforced the action. Right? Or I reinforced the thought. It's changing that first initial thought. So I'll challenge you. What are you telling yourself? Is it positive or is it negative? 80% of the time it's negative.
So Adrian, do you believe in affirmation?
Every day. And I don't say them affirmations, I call them incantations. Because an affirmation is me saying, there are no weeds, there are no weeds, there are no weeds, there are no weeds. And there's weeds.
So you would practice it?
Oh, every day. Incantations are, I'll give you an incantation, right? It's something I say to myself every single day. I now demand my subconscious mind to direct me in helping as many people as possible today to better their lives by giving me the strength, the persuasion, the bravery, the humor, whatever it takes to show these people and to get these people to change their lives now. And I say that to myself over and over and over again. Because the more I say it to myself, the more my subconscious mind hears it. The more my subconscious mind hears it, the more I believe in it, which then I take an action, something happens, reinforce. No matter what, we are telling ourselves something, right? We're saying something to ourselves. I hope it's positive. I hope it's leading you in the direction where you want to go. Because I know me, I would talk to myself, but it's bad, right? Some of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You wake up and this just starts running. You're asleep and it's running. We got to change it. I want you to think of a CD. How do you change the CD? You got to scratch it. For those of you not old enough, there used to be these old CDs that you would put in a CD player to get music. If you scratched the CD enough, you would hear it would skip. Well, if you scratched it hard enough, the song wouldn't play. That song is your negative beliefs. Scratch the shit out of your CD and put a new CD in.
Okay. Now, how important it is to find the right partner?
I mean, I think it'll make or break your make or break your corporation.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for Nick. I think I got the right partner, business partner.
I'm talking about relationship partner, wife.
Yeah. Oh, even more, even more.
Yeah.
Right. Even more.
Right.
Who said this? I was at Pineda, speaking at Pineda's event, and someone said it said, I'm gonna butcher the quote, but in essence, like your downfall and your biggest achievements and your greatest losses all come down to the person you choose to marry.
Dude, I keep it simple. I said, dude, your wife either make you rich or keep you trapped as a little bitch. That's it, bro. Because because if you're making all the money, she's out there spending all the money, dude. You're gonna be a little bitch forever.
Yeah.
Right?
So good.
So the thing is, a smart wife will never outspend your money. Whether you're making $30,000 a year or $3 million a year.
So good.
She'll never outspend your money.
So good.
Because she's smart. She'll be like, hey, my man's making $30K. We need to live on $5K or $10K. We need to save the rest and reinvest.
So good, dude.
But so the question you need to ask yourself is, are you marrying the rich wife or are you marrying a little bitch?
That's so good. I'm going to tell my wife that when I get home. So good.
So now, Adrian, how much of an impact does your wife makes on your success?
Oh, I wouldn't be here without her, bro. I wouldn't be here without her. Because while she's taking care of the kid and, doing the hard work, I get to go do the fun work. Right. She has the real job. Right. Yeah. I got the easy job.
Yeah, dude.
So I couldn't do what she does, bro.
Bro, people don't understand how. So, Adrian, in my country, they said chỉ quốc bình thiên hạ, which mean the quote is like for a man to go out there and conquer the world, he needs to know that at home, everything is being taken care of. Yep. Like I don't need to worry about my wife. I don't need to worry about my home. Right. All I'm worrying about is going out there and freaking getting that money and freaking destroying everybody getting in my way, man.
Yep, exactly.
And for a man to have that, he needs to have a peace of mind knowing that his woman is taking care of all the shit at home.
Yep. And as time goes on, that's getting worse and worse, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Getting worse and worse.
You believe so?
Well, you can see it.
Yeah.
You can see it. Yeah. Right? You got all these women, and I'm all for a woman having a great career.
Sure.
I'm all for that, right? But when you sacrifice your family, right, because you're chasing something you see on Instagram, there's a problem. So now let's talk about this, dude. What do you think are some red flags when it comes to choosing the right partner? Oh, shit.
Red flag, bro.
Damn, it's been a long time, bro. I've been out of the game a minute.
Dude, for me, dude, I'll start. When they know that you're just working a regular income and they're expecting you to buy them the Gucci, the Louis Vuitton, the Burberry, dude, all the designer clothes, bro, that chick, bro, will keep you freaking poor.
The moment she walks up, if you see designer labels, bro, run, run. Because even if she's buying it herself, she's gonna want it.
Yep.
When she moves in, right?
Correct.
And don't get me wrong, dude. My wife, she goes out and now she can buy a Chanel purse now.
Yep.
Right. But for the longest time, it was Michael Kors, baby. And she was happy as hell when I would buy her a Michael Kors, a Kors purse from Nordstrom, right? So I think that's another thing is can you buy your girlfriend something that is not really expensive and can she appreciate it, right? Can she really be like, oh, like this doesn't need to be product, this doesn't need to be correct, but you worked your ass off and you bought me something like that right there, right? Being able to put your needs before their own.
So now let me ask you this, Adrian. When you met your wife, dude, did you ever test her?
I was dead broke when I met my wife.
All right.
My wife.
So you didn't have to test her.
No, she paid for me. Our first vacation was Las Vegas. Yeah. She paid for. We were in Barstow. Okay. Driving up. There's Barstow. Yeah. There's an original Del Taco. Yeah. We get to Del Taco. We order food, and I look at her to pay the bill. Oh, and she looked at me and she's like, "Oh, you really have no money?" I'm like, "No, I have no money." Right? I had like I don't know $100. We were at staying at the Rio. Put $100 in blackjack. I think I won like $350. That paid for dinner. Right, dude. She met me when I had nothing. And my wife, I'm 5'5", guys. My wife's 5'10". She's blonde, right? She's beautiful.
She's perfect.
How that happened? Yeah. God, thank you. Right? God, thank you.
Well, the thing is, that means that my man got some moves. Adrian, how can people connect with you, man?
Catch me on Instagram, guys, at Adrian Hernandez. And if you aren't already doing so, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you aren't following this guy, what the hell are you doing, man? Get your money right. Let's go.
Come on, man. Shit, bro. Adrian, let's what? Let's get
go.
money.